Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of Gran Turismo 4. Again, no background music or anything because I just reactivated the emulator from standby mode. It was running in the background 24 hours of Le Mans, the second variant of the circuit. So that means without chicanes on the long straight. And I am happy to be able to report that B-Spec Bob was able to keep the first place that when I handed over the wheel to him yesterday evening. I let it run overnight, and I did during this morning. I did kept half an eye on the progress, also to. During pit stops, the time acceleration, you can accelerate time times 3. That actually reverts to normal real-time time progression each pit stop. So I kept an eye on that and manually re-enabled the time acceleration. But overall, it really was B-Spec Bob doing. I think the first 2 stints or something, and he was quite consistent. And the fun thing of this one was, compared to previous B-Spec races, where B-Spec Bob is either way too slow or I just give him an overpowered car and he wins that way. In this matchup, we were in the R8 and the Sauber Mercedes C9 was actually quite competitive. And also, I think, I'm not sure what other car it was. I think a Nissan R89 or R92. Or the Toyota Minolta, I'm not sure. But there were 2 cars that were really quite close for a long time, over 24 hours. Like at one point, like only 5 seconds, 4 seconds behind. And then what helped is that I actually switched over mid-race from super hard tires at the rear, because I thought without traction control, etc., that the rear tires would burn up faster than the front tires. So I did hard at the front, a little bit softer, and super hard at the rear. But actually I changed it to hard all around, because super hard was not really needed, because before the tires, the hard tires fully wore out, the gas tank was already empty, because this track, especially without chicanes on the straights, I don't know, but I think it's like 60-70% wide open throttle, so you really burn like a madman through fuel. So it was each 8 or 9 laps that we had to pit, and actually the hard tires they held for that long, so they were usable for 8-9 laps. Also because there are less corners in this variation without the chicanes, so there are not that many corners in this track. It are a couple of 90-degree corners and some flowing S's. That's basically it, and 1 chicane before start finish. But what I wanted to say, I lost my train of thought. So it's wide open throttle, big fuel burning. I forgot what I wanted to say, but anyways, that's what I think that's what I wanted to say, is that moving too hard all around gave just that tiny little bit of extra grip compared to the super hard tires. And initially, when I handed over the wheel, I really was like, he will not be able to keep first place, because that Sauber really got way too close to comfort. Also, if B-Spec Bob made a little mistake or had like a little bit of traffic, that he was held up behind. So I really was like, it could be very annoying if I just leave it overnight and then I wake up and suddenly he is in 3rd or 4th position. And then I have to really do a lot of stints myself trying to keep up. So moving over to hard tires really was that slight edge that he needed to slowly but surely at least stay consistent with the lead, but also slowly but surely increase it. So I'm actually quite curious how it's really annoying why there is no time for the others. Like, how far were they behind. I forgot during the last pit stop. I could have seen it, but I forgot what it was. But I wouldn't surprise me if it was, yeah, maybe 1 or 2 minutes lead. But over 24 hours, that really is not that much. Anyways, really happy that this one is over. I do have an appointment in real life at an hour or something, and what I wanted to do is start another one, do the first stint myself, and then hand over the wheel to B-Spec Bob. And then while I'm gone, it's only for an hour that I'm gone or something, but at least the game is progressing, so to say, because I only have 2 days left, the weekend, out of my 2 weeks off work. Really annoying, but it is what it is. But we also still have to do the Nürburgring 24. We have to do a Fuji 1000 kilometers. And for the rest, I'm actually not sure what we still have to do, but I think I will now start Fuji. There's also one shorter race, which we can do. Bentley Speed 8 race car, pretty damn cool. Happy with that one. Amazing, cool fighting stance that the car has, that Bentley Speed 8. It really looks like a tiger ready to jump its prey. It's really incredible design. But also this Audi R8, amazing car. Less horsepower than the Mercedes and competitors, etc. But very good brakes, very stable, cool sound. Also an open wheeler, which is nice for a change. So totally recommended car. What did it say above here? 1 second. Said something about realize the dream of maximum speed. The old Sartre circuit has a straight of 6 kilometers in length to push your car to the max. Yeah, it's super cool. What does it say on this one then? This is with chicanes. The endurance race that every sports car maker around the world dreams of. Okay, so that text at the top of the screen when I go into the menu is the same text as you see in this overview menu scrolling down the bottom. Anywho, we are progressing nicely. It goes much more fluidly than I was expecting, so very nice. So we have this one to do, this one, only 3 to do. This one is 2 hours 45 minutes. I will probably do that one, then after I return I will do the Fuji 1000, and then overnight I will let the Nürburgring run, and then tomorrow we can start the extreme events if everything goes according to plan. So let's quickly see what cars will be entering here. What kind of car do we need? Alright. A race car, 600 horsepower. Yeah, these are all full-blown race cars. So I'm just going to see if that Bentley, I want to mix it up. I always want to try in these races to use a car I didn't use before yet. So now we just got this cool new car. Let's see if the Bentley holds up. And let's save the game, just to be sure. We have B-Spec 5100. I don't think it increased at all, actually, during the last 24-hour race, which is a bit weird. Yeah, maybe battle skill went up a bit, maybe. I don't know. It's so weird how this works. So you have something like 30 track points, and then you 70 track points, so that's probably machine skill is kept there, but then you also have floating points, the remaining 30. You can, I think, get everything up to 100, but don't ask me how. It's very convoluted and it's not really explained. There's one forum thread, I think by a Japanese guy, who did a lot of research into how the B-Spec mode actually works. But yeah, that really requires some genuine reading up, and I didn't do that. And I think also that forum post is in Japanese, and then other guys, they translated it or something. I don't know. That's what I remember from quickly browsing the forums. But anywho, I want to quickly double check whether we're still in progressive scan mode actually. Because, yeah, we are, so that's good. Sometimes the screen looked a bit fuzzier. I was like, okay, did progressive scan got disabled or something? Anywho, did I already save the game? I don't think so. I don't even remember. We are still at 88.7. We are already for a long time around that marker. It's really weird. Not really making much progress. Where is that Bentley? Ah, here it is. Ah, no. Why do I go here? It's in my garage. $800 horsepower. Oh, wrong button. Accidental button press. Alright, I wonder what kind of race this is. Is it IB or IA? IA. Alright, so the idea is I will do the first stints and then I will hand it over to B-Spec Bob. Then I will monitor it like for a couple of laps to see if he is able to keep up. And then I will let him drive. I will go to my appointment and afterwards we do the Fuji 1000. But this first stint, just like my previous runs at Le Mans, it could be done in just one stint. So until the first pit stop that I'm in first place. But what happened in Le Mans, for example, is that I made stupid mistakes. So it actually took me like two pit stop, or the third pit stop only, that I was finally in first place, so that I could hand over the car. So it could go quite quickly, but depending, oh fuck, we also need tires. Depending on the toughness of the competition, it could also take a bit more time. No, I don't need to go in here now. Okay, I will do it now. Disable the 8s. I will be buying super hard and hard tires just to see. Maybe we don't need the super hards, just to see how it holds up. But this track does have quite some corners, so I do expect actually that the tires will wear much quicker than, for example, on the Le Mans 24 hours, compared to when your gasoline runs out. In Le Mans, the hard tires, they kept up until gasoline was up and we had to pit in anyways. But here it wouldn't surprise me if the tires go out first before we need to go for a fuel pit stop. So then it makes sense to put super hard on to align that better. Alright, the only question is, do I want to start on super hard or do I want to start on hard? No idea. And I'm also artificially making the game harder on myself, for myself, by disabling traction control. In the R8 it was pretty doable. I hope this one will be similar. But in the older cars, like the Minolta, Toyota, it's really tricky. You really have wheel spin up into third gear. God damn it, so annoying, overshooting selection. Alright, time is flying by. We need to be quick. Alright, what will I do? Shall I do hard tires at the front? Super hard at the back. It really makes the car much more easy to slide around, spin around, with less grip at the rear in these high performance cars. I will try it anyways. Yeah, no, I will keep both super hards, and if I go in for a pit and I see that the front tires are still very good condition compared to the rear, then after the first pit stop I will change the front to hard. And if it appears that once the fuel runs out that the rear super hards are also still quite good, then I will put both front and rear to hard. So it is just a little bit of testing. The only thing that I'm really hoping is that we are a bit competitive in this car. Only one way to find out. I mean, there are quite some fast cars here. And it's a narrow track, easy to make mistakes. Alright, are we keeping up? Oh, fuck this wheel spin, man. They're actually getting away. This car is really slow. Alright, I purposefully keep it in too high a gear. Alright, here we go. We are still hanging with them. Man, this is a tricky corner. I need to be quicker, for sure. Ah, fuck me. I don't think B-Spec Bob will be able to keep up. If I myself cannot even keep up. Right, I also have to really watch out for the AI not bumping me off. Sometimes they do that. pit lane is actually. Was it to the left over there? I think so. Very long pit lane. And so important to take that right-hander that you really steer in early. Somehow I'm now 5 seconds ahead. Seems that the second place car spun out or something. No, no. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. This is what I mean. Fuck it. No idea why I went back to third gear there. Always screwing up this corner. Way too much braking. Fuck me. They're already pitting in. That could be very beneficial. We can stay out longer. Very bad corner. I think the main car went in for a pit stop. Right, tires are spinning more easily now. So the Mazda also has quite low stints. It just went in for a pit stop. And the other Bentley now goes in as well. I would say our tires, they're not the best, but they're still usable. Alright, then we'll do one more lap. Right, do I want to come in or only later? I have no idea actually. Alright, I will come in. Man, this car is really slow. Alright, 4. Yeah. I think we don't need a full tank actually. I will stop gasoline 3 blocks from full. 2. Still had to wait for had to wait for the wheels to get on, so I don't think I could have cancelled out earlier, so I still have a little bit too much fuel now, but anyways, the big question is, how can we have, no, we don't have a 43 second lead, that's still based on the older stuff, but I really wonder, yeah, fuck me, it's now 22, will B-Spec Bob be able to ride this one out? I doubt it, I really doubt it. Yeah, this is what I mean. 18. He's losing way too much. 16. He's getting wasted here. 11. Just hoping once his tires become better. 9 seconds. Once his tires come up to temperature. Yeah, I doubt he can do a 122 actually. Fuck me. Fuck B-Spec Bob. Alright, tires should now be pretty much temperature. Yeah, he's going to be screwed. What's his time? He's actually passed now. Again, a 129. How can he drive a 129? Or no, this is start finish. Yes, a 129. That's crazy. What the hell, B-Spec Bob? Ah, fuck me. Overtaken. So, B-Spec Bob totally just ruins the party. What an absolute sucker. What an absolute sucker. And you could say, like, okay, we have like a better pit stop strategy. Maybe we have to do less pit stop, at least than the Nissan. But the 787, we only have like 2 or 3 extra laps. So I wonder whether that will make a difference. Otherwise, I could put him on hard tires and see how it goes, but probably that is the way to go. At least he's now driving a 123.1. He's actually... Ah no, fuck me, a 126. Was looking at the wrong car. Fuck B-Spec Bob, seriously. He's losing 3 seconds per fucking lap. Are you fucking kidding me? What was my fastest lap? I have no idea. Can I see that anywhere? No. Alright, I'm getting really frustrated from stuff like this. Ah, wow, they are both now pitting in. Why? At least one is pitting in. Alright, that could be good. And now the question is, when will the 787 pit in compared to B-Spec Bob? I had to pit in after 19 laps. It wouldn't surprise me if B-Spec Bob is, he has much less wheel spin, the AI. If he can do it, if he can stay out even longer. Tires are still good, gasoline still good. Question is, when will the Mazda go in? We're again losing out, and B-Spec Bob also often in this corner, he has often applied a little sidestep. Fuck me, 16 seconds. Man, I should have put more gas in the car, I think. Because B-Spec Bob, for my driving style, the amount of gas was enough to wear out the tires and then have an empty tank and go in. But B-Spec Bob, now he goes in. B-Spec Bob actually is much more, much better at tire conservation. He's driving a 126, it's so bad, seriously. The others drive 123s. We're screwed. Alright, I will go to my appointment. I will see what damage B-Spec Bob did. And then I will try to make it up. Hopefully if I return while the race is still going. I don't think so, by the way. The race is 2 hours 45 minutes. I will be gone for at least an hour. Just very curious how long B-Spec Bob can stay out. For B-Spec Bob, I do think I can give him hard front tires. Because they are wearing not that much slower, but they are wearing slower. And here he will be taken over. Fuck me. No. He's keeping his own. Fuck me. Fuck B-Spec Bob, seriously. Fuck him hard. The other guys, they already went in for an extra pit stop and they're still in the lead. Fuck B-Spec Bob. Alright, I think, staying officially out longer than I did. He's now 20 laps out. I stayed out for 19. So gasoline wise, we're still pretty good. It's not that he has to go in for gasoline while his tires are still good. His tires are pretty shot. Wouldn't surprise me if he goes in now. No, still not. Yeah, I'm gonna, just for fun, I'm gonna put hard tires at the front instead of super hard. But he's a terrible driver, actually. Terrible. Fucking hell. I mean, the other guys, they had an extra pit stop and they were still 11 seconds in the lead. So it's really terrible performance from B-Spec Bob. Really annoying. Alright, I will let it run. I have to quickly go to, I have to pick something up somewhere. And yeah, I just hope that the damage is not that much, but it's probably outrageous damage. Here, 44 seconds behind. Although he's already now coming in, the Nissan. We really almost have to pit almost half of what the Nissan needs to do. Why didn't we overtake him now? Ah, he already pitted. You see, he pitted and he's still in the lead. Crazy. No way! Ah, okay. I was thinking I put racing super hard at the front and hard at the rear. But luckily I did it the correct way. Anyways, the good news is, I think, with these hard tires, I'm not 100% sure, but it's a glimmering of hope. Nah, shit, no. I was like, is he gaining? No, he's a fucking idiot. Here, he's again losing 2 seconds per sector. Not per lap, but per sector. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. I would fire him on the spot. Here, 2 seconds. Fucking hell. He's losing out, I don't know, 6 seconds per lap or something. The top car is driving 123 and B-Spec Bob is 126. It's terrible. Alright, anyways, I have to go, guys. We will see when I return in the next episode whether I have to restart it or whether I can still maybe make it up myself by taking over the wheel. I doubt it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one. And for the meantime, don't forget, always do keep on gaming. See you later.